Thanks for joining us for this post-fight interviews. We hope you're feeling better. We have some media here with questions, so we'll get right into it. The first question is from Nick Atkin from South China Morning Post. Nick, please go ahead.
Hey, Eddie. I know that was a really frustrating experience to go through. You seemed very emotional after the fight. How are you feeling now? You've had a bit of time to just reflect on it. Just what are you going through at the moment?
I went back to my room and I was able to watch the clip of the fight and see everything, and it was a bad call on the referee's side. The American media is in an uproar right now, and so are the American fans. And I'm gonna respectfully ask them to look back at the video and reverse their call.
You seem very upset as well. You wanted Yuri just to be safe and everything, but if he is fine, would you like to run this fight back as soon as possible?
All that matters is Yuri's safety. That's it right now. That he's gonna be okay. When I go back, I mean, I'm inside the cage, so emotions run high, and the referee, people make bad decisions when emotions run high, and I think I think it was a bad call, and I'm mixed emotions right now.
And after such a long time out, would you like to just get back in the circle in the cage as quickly as possible? Is there a chance you could maybe fight on TNT4 if there was an opponent, the right opponent?
The right opponent. Yeah, I feel like I just won the fight. I just beat the number 2 guy, and they give me a loss. You know what I mean? So I don't know how to feel right now.
Well, thank you very much, Eddie.
Thank you, Nick. Our next question is from Jesse Holden of MMA Mania. Jesse, please. Sorry, I think Jesse?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry. Please proceed with your question.
Hey, Eddie, obviously not the result you were looking for tonight, but at age 37, have to say you probably looked as good as you've ever looked inside the cage. Physically, you looked like you were dialed in. Can you talk a little bit about how you felt coming into this fight in your camp and where you're at in terms of, are you still in your prime, or you think you've got a couple more years left?
Yeah, I think you guys, you guys are fascinated with my age. I'm not. I started the sport when I was 19 years old. I'm almost 2 decades in, and I'm learning new stuff every day. I still love it. I still infatuated with it. I don't have the same feeling toward it that I had when I was 19, but that's normal. It's natural. I'm still evolving, still getting better, and still putting on performances and beating the top guys in the world. I wish people would stop asking me about retirement and my age and all this other stuff. I'm a young 37, and I've been ranked top 5 in the world since I was 20 years old, and I'm still ranked top 5 in the world. So,
well, I think to be fair, Eddie, it keeps coming up because you don't typically see athletes at this stage of their career perform the way you do. So it's certainly. Tonight you looked as good as you've ever looked. So can we expect to see you back in the cage pretty shortly?
Yeah. I mean, I just want to sit down and talk to Juan. I just want to make sure they correct this. It's not right. What happened was not right. And after looking at the tape and after seeing the outpouring of media that's basically saying that something went wrong in there today on the judging side, I just got mixed emotions about everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Next question from Damon Martin of MMA Fighting.
Hey, Eddie, unfortunate circumstances tonight, obviously. I'm curious, we've seen instant replay become a part of fights, more recently where we're able to see decisions change in the moment. Do you kind of wish that had been the case tonight? And do you have confidence? We have seen Chatri, make those decisions before. Do you have confidence that this will be overturned?
I don't see how it's not overturned. I don't discredit anyone or based on what happens inside that cage, referee, judging, all that. I mean, it's high emotions and you have to make decisions based on a split second. And I think the replay and after everybody goes back and looks, it'll see everything was done righteously and I won fair and square. And I'm not trying to anger anyone or climb up any trees or I just I won tonight. I won, and I just hope that they go back and look at it and they reverse the decision. I've made bad decisions in my past, and I'll be a man and step up and say that it was wrong. But tonight I won. And I think the American media and a lot of media know that I did and are pissed off about it. And I have mixed emotions. Damon, I respect you. I've always respected you. What do you think and feel? And I'll even respect you if you tell me we don't have the same opinion. But I'd love to know how you feel.
I don't think it was illegal shots through watching the replay personally. At worst, call it a no contest if he can't continue, but I didn't think they were illegal shots.
You don't think they were illegal?
I don't think they were illegal. I don't think they were illegal shots. I think they were legal shots. When you watch the replay, I thought you hit him on the ear. He turned his head, and that's when it ended. And
on the glove as well, the ear and the glove.
Yeah, so I thought they were completely legal shots.
Yeah. Yeah. So you, along with hundreds of other media right now in America, are saying the same thing. So you can imagine how I feel. I'm being told that I not only not won, but I lost the fight, and that it's frustrating.
I know this is a really hard question to answer, but I'm going to ask it anyways, Eddie. Considering that you do feel you won the fight, and I know somebody asked earlier about maybe running it back with Yuri, but considering the way, it finished, if they do reverse this, do you think that in a perfect world, you should just move on and fight the winner of next week's fight between the champion and Timofey Nasution? Would that be kind of the perfect scenario?
That's all that's what I'm here for, right? I'm here to make history. I said it in the beginning when I joined One Championship. I'm here to make history. That's what I'm here for. Let me make my history. These opponents are getting larger. Every time I come back, they're getting larger and larger. They're getting bigger and bigger. I don't even belong in this weight class. I'm fighting guys double my size. Give me the champion. Give me the champion.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Damon. The next question is from Jay Anderson of Cage Side Press. Jay, please.
Hey, you able to hear me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thanks very much for your time tonight. I know it's difficult circumstances. I just want to ask a follow-up to something Damon mentioned about the no contest. There seemed to be some confusion on the broadcast about that. They actually, at one point, said despite the DQ, it would be a no contest. Did they tell you from the outset it was a loss, or did something change when they were speaking to you?
The referee came to me. He said, "Don't worry, take a deep breath. I'll take care of it." Like basically saying, it's not going to, nothing funny is going to happen here. And I said, okay, because I said, no problem. I was in the heat of the moment. So was he, but he assured me that everything's going to be okay. But whoever made that call, it was a bad call, and that's fine. That's totally fine. People make bad calls all the time in sports. Emotions run high and fights are split seconds. Literally, you have split seconds to make a decision. No problem. Let's just, let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing. That's it.
All right. Thanks very much, Eddie.
Thank you, Jay. Leon Jennings from Asian Precision MMA with the next question, please.
Eddie, I'm just wondering if you've spoken to Chatri or anyone else at One Championship since the fight.
I gave Chatri a hug after. I was emotional, and seeing Yuri go on the stretcher, right away I visualized myself. It's hard for me not to. My opponent we're in there together. There's not him and I. We're in there together, and we're creating a show for the fans watching. But when the show is over, these fighters need to go back home to their families. And I got 4 kids at home, and I got a wife. I don't know who Yuri has at home, but he has someone at home hoping he gets home safe. So it's hard for me not to see him and think about myself. So that's all that matters right now. Is that Yuri's okay, and that he's going to be okay, and that everybody can live on to fight another day.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Leon. Next question is from Dylan Bowker, My MMA News. Dylan, please.
Hey there, Eddie. I appreciate the time. I'm just kind of curious because earlier in the scrum here, you were talking about how there's still that commensurate passion for fighting, like when you started versus now, but also the feeling is different. How would you say the feeling differs when you started versus where you're at now?
It's a relationship. I met my wife when I was 15 years old, and you have butterflies. You want to talk to them every day. You want to hang out with them 24/7. You can't get enough of them. And then, you get married, and I still love my wife. She's still my best friend, but you don't have the butterflies anymore. And I tell everyone that was my relationship with fighting. I had butterflies. I couldn't get enough of it. I obsessed about it. Did it day, night, afternoon. I wouldn't stop. And then after a while, you got to understand that you love this thing, because all them feelings, them new feelings, they all fade. And then the only people who stick around are people who really love it. Really love it. They look at it in a deeper meaning than just punches and kicks. And that's what I did. I married the sport of fighting, and I married it, and I committed to it, and I loved it. Even when I didn't have butterflies anymore about it.
Thanks for the time, Eddie.
Thank you, Dylan. Next question from Conan Altatis of Conan Daily. Conan, please.
Hi, Eddie. I'm just curious. Could you please tell us what was the game plan before you entered the cage today?
You guys pretty much seen it. The game plan was to get Yuri to the floor and dominate him on the floor. And when he wasn't on the mat, feint takedowns and go for punches. So I was going to establish my takedown, establish my dominance on the ground. And then if we did go up to the feet, I was going to fake the takedowns and go for the punches. And I was just going to keep mixing it up just like that until he got tired and quit. And I felt like I was in the zone today. I felt like I prepared for a long, long time. I got a lot of bouts canceled. I got 2 bouts canceled that were pushed back because of a number of reasons because of Corona with one championship. So my bouts were pushed back and pushed back again. And now I went on a year and a half now fighting. So, the game plan went according to plan, and I put in a lot of camps. This wasn't one camp. This was 3 camps where I was getting my fights canceled. So I was prepared. I was more prepared than ever.
Okay. MMA fans and experts are now having a debate about the disqualification. What is your message to the MMA community as a whole?
Just be honest. That's all. I don't care what people's opinions are as long as they're honest. If you think it was a DQ, go online and say I should be DQ'd. Go online, voice your opinion. Your opinion matters. And if you don't think it was, go online, please, and let people know what happened today. Either way, I'm not mad at either person. I just want the truth. I just want whatever's honest. I'll take that. That's all I want. And I don't want a handout. I don't want a freebie. I want the truth. So.
Last question, please. I'm sure you checked on Yuri. Could you please give us the latest update on him?
I won the fight, fair and square. I won the fight. It shouldn't have been a DQ. It was a mistake. Whoever made the final decision made a mistake. And I'm going to respectfully try to get it reversed. That's all. And I don't want to get in a fight with anyone. I don't want to be mad at anyone. I want everything to go back and get looked at, and the truth. That's it. I just want the truth.
Thanks, Eddie.
What do you think? What do you think personally?
I'm not an expert, so I just respect whatever the experts say.
Okay.
There was a good discussion between Mitch Chilson and Rich Franklin, actually.
And what they said?
They're kind of split about, but one thing they agree on is about the intent of the fighter, and I'm sure you agree that it wasn't really your intention to hit the back of the head of Yuri.
No, that was completely clear.
Yep.
That's without question.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what
the shots themselves, I really hope someone goes back and looks, because to take a loss when I should have won is very frustrating.
Okay. Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you, Conan. Our next question is from James Barceloni of Miami Herald. James, please.
Okay, I think I got unmuted. Can you hear me okay, Eddie?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, thank you. Hey, listen, just with all this and everything going on, and it's so tough to do it right after a fight, are you and your team going to get together and tomorrow or sometime this week and just try to get with one of the one championship higher ups and just try to do something with this whole thing tonight? And whether it's getting this reversed or running it back?
We're already on it. We're already texting and trying to.
All right, Eddie.
Trying to get this reversed. What do you think?
No. I think earlier someone said like no contest, and run the fight back. Do the fight again. Let's just do it again. No contest. But that's just my opinion. It's just one person's opinion, and then just go from there. Because you got the cloud. Let's get rid of the cloud. But hey, man, just thank you for being here after all this. Thanks for answering all these things, man, and just keep doing your thing. All right.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you all.
We have 2 more questions before we let you go, Eddie. Andrew Fegley, can you please ask your question? Thank you.
Yeah, Eddie, you fought at a high level. Andrew Fegley from the Nightline Sports Network, by the way. You fought at a really high level for a really long time in multiple organizations. Have you ever had anything like this happen before? And were you surprised? Did you get any verbal warning from the referee at all that something crazy was going on like that?
The referee said, watch the back of the head. And I said, okay, no problem. He said, watch the back of the head. But the punches I were throwing, one were hitting them in the hand. Some of them were hitting them in the neck. And then most of them were hitting them in the hand and then in the ear. And I was putting them in. So the punches were legal. It was a bad decision, and that's fine. I'm totally fine with a bad decision. just let's look at it back. Let's reverse it and not, it was done kind of rash. It was done really rash. And I just think if we make it right, I think a lot of people are angry, and not excluding myself. There's a lot of media in America right now that's really angry about what went on. And just let's look at it back. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. I'm not free of any mistakes. I've made them too in my past, and let's make it right. That's all.
Has anything crazy like this ever happened to you before in a match? I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen. I've watched a lot of fights, and I don't know that I've ever seen anything like this happen, where it was just so weird.
Yeah, it was really weird because the fight just kept going on. If I was punching him back of the head, then you stand it up, right? And I get a point, or you don't let me knock the guy out. I knocked him out. Like, he turned his head and they just let me keep hammer fisting him. Stand it up. If there's illegal shots going on, stand the fight up.
One more thing. Do you think that he intentionally turned his head? So, I mean, was that?
I don't know, but that's not intelligently defend yourself, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
We all have an obligation to intelligently defend ourselves. That's not intelligently defending yourself.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Andrew. One last question from David Castillo, Rusty Cage MMA. David, please, with your question. Thank you.
Hey, Eddie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, how's it going? Dave from Rusty Cage. So, Eddie, you're a big veteran of the sport. You've gone through all the highs and lows. Does a DQ sometimes feel a bit worse than a loss because it's an unresolved issue? I think someone said the cloud.
Not this one in particular is, there's something not right about it. So, yeah, it doesn't, this one, I mean, not all DQs, not all DQs. Some DQs make sense, they make total sense. You can see a guy's intent. You can see how things were done. You say it was done maliciously, or it was blatant. This was a clean fight. This was a win. This was a clean fight, and it was a win. It was not a disqualification, and I just want them to make it right so bad. I go back, I watch the footage, and then I'm seeing an outpouring of media everywhere. Angry, like really angry.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for the time, Eddie, and thank you for handling this with such class and taking the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, David. And thanks, Eddie, for joining us, really. We're really sorry about what happened. And please take a good rest, and we hope to see you back real soon.
Yeah. If you guys can all say a prayer and keep Yuri in your prayers and make sure everything's okay. Thank you. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you, Eddie.